Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news, and Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts on Netflix. Wow, just wow, is that thing funny. And I'll tell you, the Garth Brooks stuff, no spoilers, I could watch him do that Garth Brooks thing for hours and hours. I wish that alone was a series. The show is outrageous with a capital O, dirty, funny. The production value is incredible. It looks like you're watching a quality film. It is going for it, and it is nailing it. This isn't just some, side thing that they threw together. This is great. Bad Thoughts, Tom Segura on Netflix. Check that out. Segura is also on Rogan. I was listening to it this morning at 4:20 a.m. as I did an airport run. I am a fan of listening to Rogan in the middle of the night because the volume tends to be very even-keeled. No yelling and shouting on Rogan's podcast. When I have insomnia, I turn to that, and for the airport run, it hit the spot. So Tom Segura is on Joe Rogan. Also, 100% check out Mark Malkoff's podcast, Inside Late Night. On the latest episode, he has Bill Carter, the guy that wrote the various books about late night. A great discussion. At one point, they get into the Jay Leno stuff that I've been talking about lately, and short version, they also got into that Jay really doesn't have a legacy, and if he does have a legacy, it's tied to Conan. But I'm going to hold that for Memorial Day weekend because right now it's been a little busy, and, remember the comedy dearth from 2 weeks ago? So I don't want to go handing in 25-minute episodes and then go into Memorial Weekend trying to figure out how I can even fill 10 minutes. So I'll hold off on that, and I'm also holding off on the very good conversation we're having in the Facebook group, Daily Comedy News Podcast Group, about late night Mount Rushmore. So I'll do all that on Memorial Day weekend. All right, jumping in today, John Mulaney would like Weird Al to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I heavily agree. With Weird Al, there are three distinct types of Weird Al songs. There are the straight-up parodies, so instead of Beat It, You Get Eat It. We all know about that. There are the style parodies or the pastiche parodies. For example, maybe my favorite Weird Al track is called Dog Eat Dog, which is in the style of Talking Heads, but not a Talking Heads direct parody. He's got a lot of those that are underrated. And then there are the Weird Originals, which are humorous songs not based on anything. Mulaney told Rolling Stone, "I'm a big proponent of novelty music. I'm a big proponent of Weird Al getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Weird Al brought more people to music than's recognized at all." Part of Mulaney's argument is Chubby Checker got in the hall, and it's kind of a novelty act with Twist and Twist Again. Mulaney argues this is one step closer. "I will, in fact, greatly devalue my coolness by saying when I was young, it wasn't until Smells Like Nirvana defanged Smells Like Teen Spirit that I could enjoy Smells Like Teen Spirit. It was scary at first. And after you laugh at Smells Like Nirvana, you go, oh, this is a really good song." Apparently, someone has decided Matt Rife is going to be a movie star. I don't know if Matt Rife is a good actor or not. I told you yesterday he's going to be in a movie. Well, here's a second. This is a totally different story. Emma Roberts and Matt Rife will star in the romantic comedy Marriage Material from BuzzFeed Studios. That might be a clue here, what we're about to get. Marriage Material follows the founder of a dating app whose deadbeat husband's alimony payments are bleeding her dry submission. So she must use it to find him a new wife before her company goes public. Sounds great. Matt Rife, Marriage Material. Can't wait. Shane Gillis is extending his tour, adding 10 additional U.S. cities. The new dates this summer, July, August, September. Tulsa, KC, Louisville, St. Louis, Detroit, Grand Rapids, Milwaukee, Houston, Hollywood, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Representatives for Gillis in an announcement said these new shows come in response to a staggering demand for tickets across the USA, Canada, and European dates, adding that Gillis has set the all-time ticket sales record at 6 arenas, including one in Toronto, and achieving historic sellouts in 11 more, including Philly's Wells Fargo Center, marking each of the venue's largest comedy shows ever. Go Shane Gillis. I have it in my mind to go see Shane the next time he comes this way. Jimmy Kimmel was at the ABC Upfronts. He hosts this every year and did his usual thing. He told the audience of ad buyers, "I might not see you again. This could be it." I've had the pleasure of getting to know a lot of you over the last 23 years, and I know many of you are worried that AI might take your jobs, but I don't think it will. I don't believe a computer, even the most powerful computer, will be able to do what you do. And you know why? Because no computer wants to do what you do. Your jobs suck. Every year, our audiences get smaller, and we tell you it's bigger, and we want more for less. It's exhausting. I know. We're annoying and unreasonable. You have crappy jobs because of it. But at least you have the crappy jobs. All those kids we saw graduating this weekend, who knows? They might not be able to get the crappy jobs. Some of them might have to date Bill Belichick. Kimmel offered the naming rights to his soon-to-be-born grandchild. He took shots at CBS, led by their hit comedy Ghosts, which is also what most of their viewers will be soon. Wow. And NBC, talking about their spinoff Versant. I think nobody even knows how to pronounce it. Versant is a perfect name. It already sounds like something you subscribe to by accident. Kimmel on the State of Network TV, he said, "Usually I come out here to distract you from the fact that we're dying, but somehow network television, like Jesus, has risen again. Of the four major networks, NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox, only one of us did not see viewership go year to year. ABC was flat. I'm not going to tell you which one of us it is, because it doesn't matter. Please don't ask. Just be happy for us." He commented on NBC's chairman of global advertising, Mark Marshall, who had claimed that NBC has amassed the greatest collection of content that has ever been assembled by one media company. The joke, I guess Mark has never heard of Pornhub. He pointed out ABC's not really making too many new shows. At least CBS and Fox are making shows. ABC, we ordered one new show, and it's a spinoff of an old show, which begs the question, what are we doing here? We risked our lives flying into Newark Airport for this? I mean, if you went to a restaurant and the waiter said our special tonight is last year's fish, would you eat it? He talked about a recent survey. Deloitte did a survey that showed that Gen Z and millennial viewers are spending more time on social media than watching TV. Yeah, no crap. You think we needed a survey to know that? F you, Deloitte. And you know what? F those ungrateful Gen Z D-bags, too. Oh, you're too cool for Match Game? Well, guess what? When you have kids and you need that hit of Moana to take the little bastards quiet for 2 hours, you'll come crawling back to Disney like dogs. He talked about the new ESPN streaming platform. The new service bringing live content to millions of fans around the world will go by the name, are you ready? ESPN. And that's why they call us Imagineers. He also got serious and asked the advertising buying public to support CBS's 60 Minutes and said, I know it's not part of our multi-platform, but support 60 Minutes. They deserve it. You have the power because you have the money. Support journalism. It's important, and it doesn't work without you. I saw this one on CelebrityAccess.com. A guy named Bob Lefsetz apparently really liked Chappelle in concert the other day. This was wonderful writing. Let me read it to you. Bob wrote, "Last week we watched Bill Burr's new Hulu special. Thinking about it, I felt it was more attitude than jokes. Bill's got a persona, angry guy removed from everybody else who points out the insanity of life, but Bill puts himself down here and there. Chappelle does not. And Chappelle tells more jokes. But watching him tonight, you realize that the laugh is almost always a throwaway at the end, which made me wonder how much was pure delivery/timing. Jokes are one thing, being a comedian is quite another. And a lot of comedians work fast, fearful of dead spots, expressing their anxiety about acceptance. But Chappelle works slowly with complete confidence. He knows you're going to laugh. It's like an elite sports star. Say Steph Curry, give Steph Curry the ball with no one on the court, and he knows he's going to sink it. Dave is very real. He hangs with the rich and famous, but he doesn't evidence airs. You really feel like you're in his living room listening to him. And it's not blind listening. Chappelle makes you think. It's both an amazing and confounding experience because on some levels he's just telling stories and he's got his smoking shtick for pauses, but then he drops truth bombs and you realize this is more than entertainment. I felt like I lived through something. It was a sensation more than laughs. It's not like I left the building feeling good, rather a bit numb, floating in my own bubble. An elusive feeling that I'd love to experience again, kind of like sex. You can't have it all the time, but you're always on the lookout for it, and when you can't get it, it's often all you can think about. So tonight's show is in the ether. There are no recordings. You had to be there, and if you were not, you completely missed out. Patton Oswalt realized he had played in every state except Wyoming and Montana. Well, he is fixing that. Bozeman tonight, Casper the next 2 nights. James Austin Johnson has announced a tour. 19 cities starting May 29th in LA, going through late August. It's the Return to Office tour. One of the shows in Greensboro, North Carolina, will be a benefit show. He'll team up with Andrew Dismukes. They'll headline a night of stand-up on July 17th to raise money for HELD, a nonprofit that provides direct, no-strings-attached money to people in need in the Greensboro area. In the announcement, James said, "I'm on tour this summer. There's nothing you can do about it. Can't wait to see you all." The Please Don't Destroy guys are working on a tour documentary/special for release this summer. They were the guests on Birbiglia's Working It Out podcast. The special compiles material from their 2023 summer tour. Ben Marshall told Birbigs, "We filmed a bunch of the shows on the road. We cut them all together. It's taken so long. It's finally going to come out this summer, and we're super pumped about it." They did not announce the distribution on that. People are speculating YouTube, but we will see. Kevin Hart's always got a business going. Here's a new one. Ken Griffey Jr., the Baseball Hall of Famer, will co-host a new unscripted golf series along with golf caddy turned ESPN analyst Michael Collins. This will be on Kevin Hart's Heartbeat LOL network on YouTube. In it, you will see Griffey and Collins tee off with celebrity guests. You see what they did there? These celebrity guests include NFLer Ryan Fitzpatrick, some guys from the Mariners, some guys from the Philadelphia Eagles, and others. And because it's Kevin Hart, it's got a title sponsor, but they can pay for their mention. But I'll throw them a bone. That guy Jake from the commercials, he's in it. Out tomorrow, Greg Warren has a new stand-up special, The Champ. This will be on Nate Bargatze's Nateland Entertainment YouTube channel. In The Champ, Greg Warren delivers a deep dive into the perils of poison ivy, the unexpected popularity of high school fishing teams, and his own path to champion status, filmed at the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio. The Champ is the fourth stand-up special released this year by Nateland, and the second Warren has done with Bargatze. Sheng Wang, one of my faves, will return to Netflix with another stand-up special in 2026. They're not filming it until November 8th at the Warner Theater in Washington, so, I could see that on the Netflix calendar in January. And we'll leave on a down note. Morris, a 640-pound alligator, has died at the age of 80. You may recognize Morris from his work in Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore. That's not the end of his filmography. Oh, no. He was in Alligator, Alligator 2, Interview with the Vampire, Dr. Dolittle 2, Eraser, and Blues Brothers 2000. He even appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Jay Young is the owner of the Colorado Gator Farm. He announced Morris's passing in a video on Facebook. He was sitting by the pool of Morris's enclosure. Young gently stroked the gator's massive head as he paid tribute to the animal he'd cared for decades. Jay Young said, "He started acting strange a week ago. He wasn't looking at us and wasn't taking food. I know it's weird to some people that we get so attached to an alligator, but we all love our animals, just like cats and dogs." And that's your comedy news for today. See you tomorrow.